Well, good evening, everyone. Or anyone. Tonight might be picking up a little bit more Mass Effect. I was playing a little bit before, while I was watching Spurk Snake play Wheel of Fortune. But now I'm gonna hop on before I go to bed and play a little bit. What you may have missed is I walked around the ship, met some of the crew people, talked to them for a little bit. Then I went into a cutscene, went to the Citadel, walked around the Citadel, and I've been just exploring and talking to people on the Citadel, so, or wherever the hell I think that's what the ship, I don't know, whatever. That's what I'm doing right now. And we're also just going to be watching this, Clipiverse clip. Can I crop that better? I'm sure I could, but I don't remember how. Wait, like that, see? That was good. Okay, so, my social stream is not active, so let me quickly fix that, and then I should be all good. Oh, excuse me. Okie dokie, we should be all good now.
Riley, you will go to jail. I'm trying to save your fucking life.
I'm going to take a bucket of pig's blood, and I'm gonna pour it in the cracks in your car, so that the inside of your car is covered in pig's blood.
That's fine, Riley. That's fine. Why don't we just stop fighting? And if you want me to not talk about you, I won't talk about you. Why don't we just?
Bro!
You don't even have to be my friend. I won't talk about you.
The hat's over the fence, Vito. The hat is over the fence.
The what?
The
The hat is over the fence.
I don't know what that means.
You've eaten enough ballpark franks to know what that means.
I'm sure it'll help his existing court case when they have evidence of him doing the same behavior later.
Oh
It's up
boy.
to you, man. If you want to be in a jail cell, it's your choice.
It's California.
You can go, what? You can take pictures of Sniper Wolf's house, but not Vito Giswaldi's?
No, I think I may have sent all that evidence to Texas.
Oh my god. He's gonna snitch on you to Texas.
I absolutely will. I will send all evidence of you fucking with my brother.
Get that match, Vito.
Hello.
You know, you think you're taking this too seriously,
Hi.
maybe?
Hey, I'm
a
fucking.
dick.
Hey, I'm mad. I'm mad. Okay.
Hold on.
What do I know, though?
Don't bring me
I'm not bringing you into it.
It's just you, fucko. Just you, Vito. You should be. You should be able to fight your own fucking
If I'm
battles
gonna be
with
watching
Riley
this,
and not bring
might as
me
well
into
put
it.
my camera on
Okay?
here.
I won't do that anymore.
You've been doing. Every time you bring up Riley,
Hello.
oh, mint. Or every time you bring up,
My hair looks like
Me?
shit. Maybe
Oh,
I'm gonna
Riley.
go fix that first.
like, fucking,
Never mind.
it's one person. Don't group us into this. Not all of us has this mental retardation need to say we when referring to themselves. Okay, Vito? We're one person. We're not two people or three people like your body mass is.
I got it. I'm sorry. If I've done it in the past, hopefully it's just been this recent thing. Have I done it in the past a lot?
Yes. You do it all the fucking time. And it's not just
Well, no.
me. You do it to other people too.
Well, maybe that's okay. Well, now I'm aware of it, so I won't do it. I wasn't aware I was doing that. I'm sorry.
Pete, you've been called out on this we thing all the time. How the fuck are you not? How do you not know that you do it? You will get called out on it all the time, and it's a fucking meme.
All right, well, I'm apologizing for it, and I'll pay more
Fucking
attention,
change
but
your
please-
goddamn behavior. I don't care if you pay more attention to it. That's just some excuse so you slip up eventually and fall back on that behavior.
So,
Where's my refund?
Where's your...
I'm coming to California tonight if I don't get a refund. Just
Alright, there we go. My hair looks much better now.
what would you like me to do?
$600 fucking now.
Want a fucking refund?
Okay, well, I'm not doing
now.
that.
Or I'm coming to California, Giswaldi.
Come to California,
I'll see you
okay?
next week, fat.
What? I can't hear you.
He said, his exact words were, see you next week, comma, fat.
Okay, I will see you next week.
Vito,
Why are you...
also,
I'm trying to
hey,
apologize.
motherfucker,
Can I
also,
not
you...
apologize?
Ah, there we go. My headphones were down.
Look, Vito, you come in when arguing with Riley.
I'm
and-
going to commit a series of escalating crimes against you, Vito. That
Uh-oh.
California will
Not a series of escalating crimes.
Okay,
Get ready for property damage and theft.
okay, you're gonna commit property damage and theft.
Vito, this all started because while in an argument with Riley, you bring up my numbers, my YouTube numbers, and then you're like, oh, look at how many views these get. Oh, man, look at me, big shot Vito. Oh, just because I'm big in mass means I'm big everywhere else. Means I'm big in bigger numbers than she does, so look at these numbers. And that's how you got me into this. And, you know, I mentioned, hey, can you not do that? And then you just do it two
Kind of
more
makes sense,
times.
yeah.
And by the third time, I'm fucking pissed. Why are you bringing me up again? And you say, oh, she just wants promotion. You have missed the point. The point was, in response to you bringing up my numbers, I say, then you bring up my numbers, but you haven't been promoting me. So why the fuck you're bringing up my numbers? Right? And you interpret that as, I want promotion. And then you say, oh, Mint wants to be promoted. She wants to be promoted, everyone. She's asking you to be promoted, which implies that I'm going around begging for promotion, which is, what's the word? Fuck, I'm blanking on the word, which is desperate. Yes, desperate. It just looks desperate. And you just keep saying that with the audience doesn't have any understanding of what the context is, what conversation we have. And so the audience is just going to put something in their mind.
Yeah, Min
something
is
related to
pissed.
what they're dealing with in their mind.
And
so
you know
they're
what?
gonna have an
I
interpretation
don't
that
really
is not- is in
understand the whole
reality.
context, but
So why
I
don't
can
we just
feel it.
Stop fighting and I'll apologize.
You better act.
I'm
just-
going
we
to
just
take a
stop.
bucket of pig's blood and I'm gonna put it in your car so that the inside
That's-
of your car is covered in pig's
I
blood.
love how insane
fine.
Riley
That's
is.
fine.
That's fine.
Why don't we just stop fighting? And if you want me to not talk about you, I won't talk about you. Why don't we just?
Bro!
You don't even have to be my friend. I won't talk about
The
you.
hat's over
If
the
that's what
fence,
you need.
Vito. The hat is over the fence.
The what?
The
The
hat.
hat is over the fence.
I don't know what that means.
You've
I
eaten
don't
enough
know what that
Walmart
means.
pranks to know what that means.
The
Riley,
hat
calm
is over
down.
the fence?
Holy shit, you might be the worst writer I've ever met.
Okay, I'm the worst.
Well, you
writer.
know.
I'm a bad friend. Can we just let's just stop.
Bro, you say, oh, I'm going to stop talking about Mint Salad on The Biggest Problem. And then we have a fucking Biggest Problem episode where all you do is talk about me. That's not
Ooh,
not
well.
talking about me.
Yeah.
And if you want to be part, look, you guys are in the Discord. You're making content that is part of you made a video. Riley made a video walking up the hill. Did
Yeah.
you want Dick to not play that?
I didn't say that. I said you mentioned.
Making content that is going to be on the show.
You're connecting two different things, motherfucker. What I am saying is that you said that you would not mention me on The Biggest Problem, and then here you go, make an entire fucking Biggest Problem episode about me because you can't.
Okay,
stop
that's
talking
really
about me.
fucking valid.
Says this
Okay, yeah, okay.
Mint
Mint is a train wreck, but if you haven't been listening to the whole like past like 2 minutes right here, At least based on this phone call, it seems like she has a reason to be pissed off. Yes, she is a train wreck, and yes, she is unhinged, and yes, she has some problems. But she is also a talented artist and Vito's friend. And if Vito is her friend, then, you know, she kind of has a reason to be upset if he says he's going to do one thing and then he doesn't do that thing he said he was going to do. Just in the bare minimum of the context, like, parasocial relationship aside, like, fan aside, if one guy says he's going to do something and then he doesn't do it, and then the other person probably has a right to be mad about it. So, yes, maybe she should calm down, though.
Okay. When Riley doesn't... Okay, when Dick says, hey, you really pissed off Mint Salad, I should go, I'm not allowed to talk about Mint Salad because she said I can't talk about her.
What?
I'll do that.
No.
I can do that.
No, you said genuine for 2 hours.
Yeah.
How much better you are than her.
Yeah, you fucking this entire episode, you're like, oh my goodness, she needs help. Please, go pitiful. Go look at her views. Also, her Twilight Zone only gets 100 views. I'm a much better content creator than she is, but go look at her. Go subscribe to her.
3K views on a Minecraft video in 24 hours, Vito. You are popular. Your fame comes from Ryan Johnson making a bad movie and Kendall Jenner making a commercial for Pepsi.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
What?
That's it. That's all your success.
I am going to start Mass Effect
That's all
here
your
soon.
fame.
But this is really
I
interesting.
agree.
So who are you to come around being like, oh, I'm on a high horse, even though the horse shouldn't hold my weight. I'm still on this high horse, and here I am. Oh, you got looks like you got less views. That sucks. Hey guys, throw some pity at her. I don't want people to watch my content because they feel pity for me, Vito. And that's what this advertising was. It felt pitiful. It felt like you wanted me to get some pity views.
Look, you guys, okay, Riley's been antagonizing me. Obviously.
Yeah.
We agree on that.
That might be a good time to say I'm
you
sorry,
involved
but
me?
I don't know.
In that, I'm not Riley. I don't do the things that Riley does.
Okay, so that happened. I involved you. I tried to apologize. You said no. And then now you've been antagonizing me, yes?
You fucking... Hey, if you had stopped mentioning me...
I
or stopped
appreciate the
involving me
captions on
after
this
the
video.
First time you apologized, then that'd be okay. But you fucking brought me up 3 times after that.
Dick says you've been fighting with Mint Salad. Part of the show is we talk about what's going on, especially with internet drama, with Eric July, with Riley, whatever else. So
You're
if he
being-
says you're fighting with Mint Salad, yeah, I might talk about it.
He's gaslighting
If you don't want to be
He makes you
involved in
3
the
times after
show,
fighting me.
You
He's gaslighting
What?
you. He's got you.
You fucking mentioned me 3 times after that. Okay?
No, after fighting me.
After-
Not between the apology and the Dick show, but in the first place, he's gaslighting you because he's better at talking than you are.
So,
I'm not gaslighting.
yes you are! That's what gaslighters say!
You're trolling me, and I'm trolling you back a tiny bit.
Just
Ultimately,
did
I just wanna
another
have you-
one, or you're talking about, like, just did, like, in the recent... Because, yes, they have been doing a sort of collab for a while. I believe they have, like, nudes together and stuff.
Are you gonna say
Me
you both got
screaming
mad
is
at me?
not a sign of anger, Vito! It's a sign
You're
of
not-
fucking patience!
You're not angry. You're not.
This is not what I sound like angry!
If he's angry, he's not saying anything.
Okay,
Oh, he's gonna
so
find
Riley's
out.
Screaming at me.
Oh, he's gonna find out!
When I was being sent off by the cops, that was anger!
I think Riley's
That's
hilarious.
what anger looked like!
What?
Vito!
So I won't talk about you. I won't talk about men on the show. How's that?
Mhm.
Is that what you want?
Did. You already have. There's no way you're getting out of this without that $600 refund as a token that you'll shut the fuck up. Consider it bail.
Okay, well, you're not getting that.
Well, then I'm going to come to you, and you're gonna make me that $600 in a different way.
Okay, that's fine.
Just like 2 weeks ago, there was a bikini stream. Ooh.
Vito.
My
you
text-
fucked up.
If you want to,
My text is like clipping down. I can't fucking point on my own screen. Whatever. Down at the bottom,
It's not-
the
stop
text is
fucking
clipping.
saying that
So I need to
because
see if I can
looked
expand
and
that
I
or
don't
fix
see
it
your
or change the
fucking
text
name
size or
anywhere.
something.
So either you
Oh, well.
donated an anonymous, then why do you
In the
keep
bottom of the screen
saying,
looks fine.
Oh, I donated if it was anonymous.
Because I donated.
Then why didn't you put your name? Because then people could be like, it's the same thing as like the ghostwriter logic. You could just say you did,
Involved in your legal situation.
but you gave money, so that is being involved.
I don't want to publicly be involved with your legal situation.
You're the third most publicly involved person in my legal situation
Well,
after me, Eric, and before Dick.
Okay. Well,
Maybe,
I don't
maybe you're
want
right.
that,
Hold
so
on,
I'm not gonna have
let
my
me
name
check.
attached to
Maybe you're right.
donation.
Hold on.
You can't just like go in and then back out and then go in and back out constantly.
He's arguing minutia with you because it's an easy point to sidetrack you from your point.
No, it's clipping. Because
Vito,
yeah, I can see it
already
clipping right
mentioned
there.
Remember, if he gave us $100, you put
That's what I'm
600
talking
into
about right
Vito
there.
Versus, you put 600 into Super Killer. We gave him 300 fucking bucks at the strip club. $100 from this fat piece of shit does not make up for how annoyed I am hearing Mint complain about you, Vito.
That's valid.
Okay, so what do you want to have happen?
$600.
That hold on. That
Fucking
that part right there.
So what do you want to have happen?
Vito. Shit does
Right
not
here.
make up for how annoyed I am hearing Mint complain about you, Vito.
That's
Okay.
my girlfriend is complaining. It's pissing me off.
Refund.
Yeah, valid. Totally valid.
Now we're coming.
No, no
Okay.
refunds.
Hang up. We're going to California.
A few moments
Later.
Hello.
Oh wow.
Hey, so,
Hey.
Is everything calmed down?
What? So is everything calmed down?
How is this guy's fucking blood sugar? What the fuck?
Well, I want you to know I have a recording of our entire
So do
conversation.
I. I'm
Okay.
releasing it.
So, if you do commit assault,
Assault.
You made that up?
you said you're gonna commit crimes of.
Yes. Like
Of-
that
So you're gonna commit a crime.
That's an example.
So you're gonna commit a crime while you're already facing.
What was the
charges
crime?
for
He's gonna
crime.
commit vandalism by pouring pig's blood on your car?
Sounds funny how you're putting it.
I mean, yeah, I guess that is a crime.
$600 off of it.
You're gonna make $600 off committing a crime.
Yeah, that would make it about equal for me. Yeah. Do you know what it'll do to you, though?
What are you gonna do?
No, do you know what it will do to you?
Riley, I don't want to be assaulted. I don't know what to tell you.
We did.
What? Who is we?
Hold on, I gotta back up my car.
Oh my goodness. Riley didn't say he's going to assault you.
You know,
Okay, so you're
all
not-
this is recorded, Vito. So all this goes into the record now. That you have pretended that you're afraid that I'm going to assault you, the same way that other people have pretended that that they're afraid that I'm going to assault them.
All I heard was you screaming
Uh-oh.
in the background about how you're going to.
That was an
commit
Eric
crime
July reference.
Yes.
And something about violence.
I'm going to commit a series of escalating crimes that won't be in California.
Okay.
I'm gonna commit a series of escalating crimes.
And why?
What do you mean by that?
Uh-oh.
Because I'm up in the hills. Are you there?
What'd you say? All of that cut out.
I'm sorry, I'm in the hills. I lose connection, but I'm almost down at ground level. Okay.
YouTube is not retaining enough
Still
video
cutting
to
out.
Do smooth
Hello,
streaming.
test 1, 1, 2.
Really?
Test 1, 1, 2.
I don't know about that. It's probably just
Alright,
because
I can
nothing's
hear you.
moving on the screen.
Okay. Cool. I don't
that would
talking
make sense
about
to
you on
me.
the show, okay? And if there's anything if there's something you need me to read, that would be like, here's what actually happened, whatever you need, okay?
But you already mentioned me on the show.
What's that? I'm
You-
already on the show?
You already mentioned me on the show. You said
We're gonna
earlier.
do another show. We're gonna do another show, and whatever you want read, I'll read it.
You.
Whatever you need me to say
I
about
don't-
the situation,
that-
if you need to say, Vito,
that
this
doesn't
is-
make-
this is
I
what
don't-
he
I don't
did,
think
he's
that
a
makes
bad
it
guy,
better.
I will read it verbatim.
I don't know.
Are you saying this? Are you saying this with the hope that it'll get you out of some consequence?
The consequence would be me having to read a thing that says I'm wrong. How is that?
The consequence for your behavior of bringing me in with the to your fight with Riley and mentioning me 3 times after you said you would not mention me on the show and then mentioning me on the show, the consequence.
Dick mentioned you on the show. Dick did that.
You fucking
should be
kept
mad at
bringing it up.
He made it a topic. If you didn't
He
want
made it
him
a
to talk
running
about it, you
joke.
needed to tell that to Dick.
Vito, you made it a fucking running joke, okay?
He brought you up.
Once, and you brought it up as a running joke, okay?
Because it's not a joke. I was genuinely trying to fucking apologize. Why does nobody believe me? What do you want for an apology? I was trying. Nobody gets it.
Fucking.
That's my apology.
I
That's
want
my
All right.
apology.
$600 is worth $580 more than your
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to pull a gun on you, lady.
Okay. Well, that money's spent. I'm sorry.
I know it's spent, you fucking flailing moron. Every crowdfunder does the same shit.
Okay.
We all know. We know.
You're gonna
You
get the
suck.
You're gonna get the stuff, and you can sell the stuff.
I'm not paying for your shit.
It's not worth anything.
I'll ship it. I'll ship
You
it for
will
free.
ship it
You
then.
get it free. You're right. I will ship it to you for free. You're fine. You
I'll
don't have
take
to pay
half
anything
points
else.
on that. I will take half points on that for the
Hi,
half
Mondays.
forgiveness. If you
So it sounds like Vito's
Vito.
dealing
I
things
will
well.
ship it to you with
Well,
no
you
shipping,
know,
no shipping
look,
costs. If there's something else you want me to ship you, I'll ship you, but the
I would
money's
say
spent.
probably
I can't do
not,
this
but you
experiment.
know, what do I
I'm
know?
sorry.
You need,
I'm just,
you need to have
I just react to what I hear and see, okay, you know?
Yeah, well,
And it
you're
doesn't
the
look
fact that
good.
It really fucking sucks, and I was down a shit ton of money. Okay,
It's the stock,
shit
not
goes
the
up and down.
gamble.
If the
I get
market
it.
comes
What are
back,
these
if
guys? Why
Bitcoin
can't I
comes
talk to
back,
you?
we'll see
Why do you
what
hate me? Do
happens.
you not speak
But
English?
the money's gone.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I
I'll
am.
send it to you for free, and you can sell it to whoever you want, and you're never gonna talk to me again, okay? But if you, Riley, if you send Dick videos, he's gonna play them, and if Dick asks,
How
me,
are you today,
"What's going on with
Mondays?"
you and Mint Salad," I can't
Thanks for
go,
stopping by.
"Well, I can't talk about it on the show because Dick will just razz the shit out of me unless you talk to Dick and tell him you do not want Mint Salad brought up on the show. You have to tell that to Dick.
You acting
tell
like
him.
Mint doesn't want you to mention her versus not treat her like shit is like, I can't tell if you're
I
missing
was
the point.
trying to apologize.
Ooh, played music.
It's my apology. I'm sorry I suck at it. I'm sorry I'm bad at apologizing. I tried the best I can, but clearly I suck at it, so I'll stop.
You know what?
I will never talk about you again. I get
No,
it. It's over.
That's not.
I'll
it's
stop.
not over. You're not in charge of this. It has
I'm not
left your
trying to be in
control.
charge. I'm telling you.
I
I'm
forgot
gonna
what they're
do
called, but they
exactly
maintain the
what you want.
Citadel.
You
They're on
tell
the
me
Citadel when they
about
first
hers, I
discovered
won't.
it. Ooh,
That's not me being in charge.
wow.
That's me literally
Thanks.
acquiescing to what you want.
I wasn't
You're
actually
in
asking for an
charge
answer,
of
but I
that
appreciate
scenario.
the answer
You
either way.
asked
You
me
need to do something.
Doing alright, tired from the weekend. Yes, it is weekend for normal people. My weekend starts tomorrow. Currently I'm off Tuesdays and Wednesdays until around Christmas, and then it'll be Wednesday, Thursdays again. So, you ask how am I? I'm doing pretty well. Things at work have been weird because I don't have a general manager right now, and, I sent a message to you in your Discord. My boss messaged me something sort of like weird today, being like, do you want to make some money? And I'm like, I don't know what that means. It sounds cryptic. So, I'm just gonna message her in the morning and be like, what are you talking about? So, yeah. I don't honestly feel like dealing with it, because like I said, she doesn't work with me anymore, so. Other than that, doing pretty good. Did some chores around the house recently. I've been putting a lot of things off, so. No, that was my boss. My boss messaged that that's why, like, I sent the whole screen, like, it says Mariah Boss, who's my boss, or recently was, and she sent me a text message, and it just seemed weird, so I didn't know. But either way, outside of work, been doing pretty good. Like I said, I cleaned up the house recently. I've been putting off a lot of things. I recently cleaned out the bed of my truck, because I have a truck, and I used my broom, and it got all icky, so I just threw away the broom, and I just haven't had a broom to sweep the floors of my house. And if you can see in like some camera angles, like down there, it's like wood, so most of the time it's got like cat litter and cat fur on it, because I got fucking 2 cats and they're just making mess of the place. So I try to sweep up as much as I can, but the last couple weeks I haven't had a broom. So I finally got the broom, and I mopped and I swept, and then I did all the dishes, and you know, like I said, I've just been putting off a lot of things since DabbleCon. So it's just been like, I just got the cooler out of my house that I brought to DabbleCon and put it back in the car. I had to drop it off at my mom's house, but honestly, I'm just gonna have to pull it up or pick it up next month anyway. So I don't know. But if she needs it, it's whatever. I should probably get my own cooler, honestly. But that's enough of my rant. LOL, it sounds like it could be a number of shady things. Yeah, I don't know what it means. It sounds work-related, but who knows. Wolverine and Magneto. No, fuck Magneto. All my homies hate Magneto. Rest in piss, Magneto.
And I'm going to do it. What is the fucking problem?
You are the biggest problem in the universe.
I'm doing exactly what you want.
No, you are not.
Why not?
Because what I want you to do is stop half-heartedly picking fights with everyone, thinking that the consequences of the fights go away when you say, well, I'm sorry I said that.
No, who are you?
And I will teach you that lesson.
No,
I'll teach you a lesson a 40-year-old should know by now.
executive
And you will
producer.
never fucking forget it.
It's my job to know when someone like you arrives at
I'm
the Citadel.
okay, so
there
basically
something you
you
need, Commander?
don't want anything at this point. You're just mad and you want to come punish me.
Yes. Correct.
What do you know about the Spectres?
So you want to drive
They're the right
to, you
hand
want
of
to
the
drive to
Consular, so they
California
like
to
to
do
be called.
what?
Or
You're
like the
gonna find
underhand
out
side.
Friday, aren't you? Going.
A few moments later.
I want you guys to know that now that I have your threats in writing, I will be going to
What
the
do you know
police
about
to
the
get a
Spectres?
restraining order.
Or like the
If you step foot on my
underhand side.
property,
What do you
the
know about
cop will arrive to arrest you.
One more time.
I'm sorry,
Or like the
but
underhanded
I
side
don't
of the
think
There.
you can stop Riley.
What do you have against the Spectres?
That's fine. He can go to jail.
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law.
I'm sure it'll help his
Especially
existing
when it's
court
left up to
case
each
when they
individual
have evidence of
Spectre
him
to
doing the
decide
same
when and
behavior
how to
later.
bend the rules.
So if you want to go to jail,
Sometimes you
can
have
come
to bend the
California
law to
and
keep people
fuck with my
safe.
property
I've been with CSEC for
and
30
commit
years.
crimes and throw
I've
pig's
never
blood
had
or
to break
whatever.
the law to do my
But
job, not
you will
once.
have all evidence of this. I
Yeah,
have surveillance
right.
cameras
You
all over.
expect us
Oh
to
my
be
God,
your
yeah.
Be
officers,
sent to
correct?
whatever district
There are
court
over
is handling
200,000
whatever existing
CSEC
cases
agents. Some
are
of them
out there.
are
If he brandishes a gun, he would be.
indicted corruption
Do
like the
whatever you want.
Spectres do.
But it will be
We do
recorded
our
and it will
best
be
to
sent
find
to
and
the
punish
authorities.
any officer who breaks the law.
Okay.
Spectres. They'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
Oh boy.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel.
His voice is cool.
We're a civilian government
Oh, boy.
agency,
You,
and
man.
many of our
If you
members
want to go to
have
jail cell,
military
it's
training.
your choice.
Of course, as the CSEC representative of the council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
You can go, what, you can take pictures of Sniper Wolf's house, but not Vito Giswaldi's?
No, I think I may have sent all that evidence to Texas.
Oh my God. He's gonna snitch
be
on
going
you to
now.
Texas.
Goodbye, Commander.
I absolutely will. I will send all evidence of you fucking with my property to Texas.
Hello, people.
Game, set, match, Vito. This will be a
Games
fun
to match.
one.
I'm not committing any crimes, so I have nothing to worry about.
This place seems strange.
You only have to deal with the court of public opinion, then, I guess.
Well,
That's
ask
fine.
and you shall receive.
I don't want anyone fucking with my
There you go.
property.
The consort would never reveal its secrets.
I cannot believe this shit. I can't even respond. It's so hilarious.
Yeah.
Imagine this level
I
of
have
comedy.
surveillance
Hey, you're a
cameras
snitch.
on every part of my house.
Shut up, snitch. Hey, oink oink, you snitching pig. Shut up. Oink oink.
Eric July, and Eric July wins, by the way, if you do this.
Eric July wins if I make fun of you?
Eric July wins.
That match, Vito. This will be.
What did he say?
I'm not committing any crimes, so I have nothing to worry about.
You only have to deal with the court of public opinion, then I
You don't
guess.
have to do it with her.
That's
You just
fine.
talk to her if you
I don't want anyone fucking with my property.
Is that all you did, Jazz? Just talk. I didn't say that.
I cannot believe this shit. I can't even respond. It's so hilarious.
Yeah.
Imagine this level
I have
of
surveillance
Hey, you're a
cameras
snitch.
on every part of my
Oh.
house.
Oh.
Shut up, snitch. Hey, oink oink, you snitching pig. Shut up. Oink oink.
Eric July wins, by the way, if you do this.
Eric July wins if I make fun of you?
I'm very busy.
Eric
Oh, yeah,
July
you look
wins
like
if you
it.
prove you're an unstable individual who attacks the property of like random fucking people.
You're not my friend, you're not a random person, and
Oh,
you're not
yeah,
the
I mean,
author of
he was
insanity.
laughing,
It's
so
not
I would
insanity.
assume he is,
We're not
but, I
friends,
mean...
And if you come to my property, you will be on camera. I will send all that footage to whatever Texas court is handling your whatever the fuck it is.
You're a celebrity,
Okay.
so go ahead and try it. I'm going to be
I
doing a live
don't
stream.
want to be a celebrity. I don't give a shit,
I don't
Riley.
care what you want.
I don't want you fucking with my property, and I will make sure you go to jail for it if you do.
You will not succeed at that.
Okay, well, what am I gonna do? Not give the surveillance footage? I'll post it online. It's gonna be all over YouTube, and everyone's gonna see you're fucking insane.
Yeah, that's what I
And
want.
then it's gonna
Oopsie.
go, and then I'm gonna send it, and you're gonna be Aaron Imholt right now.
I'm Aaron
What the
Imholt.
hell? What?
You had such a warped view of yourself.
Huh?
Riley,
Yeah.
I have no desire to send you to prison.
You
Leave
are
me
Baba
alone.
Booey. You don't affect
Yes.
me. I'm Booey, okay? You're Baba Booey, retard.
That's fine. I don't want you to go to prison, so don't come fuck with my property.
I will be at your house
that
whenever
mean?
I want to be at your house, and I will film in front of it because you're a public figure. You're a celebrity in Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, sure. Come if you want to film it from my house, sure.
Correct. Did you have something else to say? Were you gonna threaten me again?
Should you
I
require
will absolutely threaten you. If you damage my property, if you throw blood, which
If
you
I
have
damage your
threatened to do,
garbages? Oh, the carriage jumping over your head?
My garbages!
doesn't matter. When you go to the cops, they're gonna go, that doesn't sound like a
Hi,
threat."
Rochi.
That's a threat.
Thanks for hopping in. How are you today?
It's a threat.
Or this morning, whatever time it is for you.
Alright, fuck some
You
more
never
people.
sleep.
Riley, you will go to jail. I'm trying to save your fucking life. And you
Vito
don't
could
care.
literally just ignore Mint and Riley, and this would just end immediately. Yeah.
So you need a win over me, and I'm giving you one. Okay? You win. Leave me the fuck alone.
Is that it? Is that all you have to say?
What else do you want?
Does anybody have a recommendation of what I should watch next after this?
Nothing.
So this is almost
You couldn't
over.
have given me better, dude. Goodbye.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
Yeah, that was good. The DSP doc. The DSP doc. You know, a lot of people do DSP content Mondays, so you're gonna have to be a little bit more specific for me. I have not seen it either way, is the answer. No. I like to watch things and comment on them while I play games. I gotta get better at hitting the pause button whenever there's dialogue going on that I actually need to listen to. So, the problem is, sometimes the pause button only pauses my Chrome and it pauses the music. And I don't want it to pause the music. But I guess there's nothing I can really do to stop that. I don't think. It's the new one, Annie. I'm sure if you just type DSP doc, it'll come up. Wait, I'm supposed to look up videos now? Ugh, no, I'm just kidding. It's the big one that came out recently about him. Sort of covers his entire history. Do either of you know the channel I'm looking for? This one? Here, let me get Mondays out of the way. This one here? Posted the link. You can't post links, cause YouTube blocks links unless you're a moderator or a moderator approves your link post. And Daylaw's not here and he's my only moderator, I think. So you can't post links. But, Monday says, yes, it's the top one here. No worries. I'm just letting you know why I don't think I can see it. Yeah, I can't see it in my own chat here, which is weird. I think a moderator has to approve it.
Cool.
It says I'm 38 minutes in, but I don't think I am. I'm just gonna... Whoop.
Darkside Phil is a game creator and former fighting game aficionado that has existed in the online realm for over 2 decades. He has participated in the inception of Let's Plays, but has hardly evolved alongside them. Where most creators benefit from their window of fame, Phil, through
Alright, how's the volume on this right here?
Has almost nothing to show for it. It was only in 2020 that he filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, where the documents revealed his situation being even more insane than previously thought. Due to his off-putting nature and that he will belittle his audience members while simultaneously petitioning them for donations.
I need the money to pay bills, and I need the money to do regular day-to-day shit.
Lie about his finances and inaccurately portray criticisms against him, he has few allies left. Content creators, large, small, new, and old, avoid him due to this and the unique community of trolls that follow him. Varying widely in intentions and actions, these trolls share the commonality of hating Phil
hit the like button. Well, if people have hit the like button on my stuff, that would be pretty cool. I would like that. Enjoy Mass Effect, and Annie enjoyed the DSP thing.
There are several search
anyway, good night, Rochi.
Over
Clearly you need to go to sleep. Have a good one.
To show the trend of word usage. And of course, a forum with over 280,000 posts discussing it, not including.
Yeah, see, if I hit the pause button, it pauses the music. I have to hit Windows so I can tab out of the game and then slide over and click the picture-in-picture, which is easy enough to do, but it's not as easy like in the middle of like dialogue to just come over here and pause it, but whatever. Doesn't really matter.
Creation of reasonably shorter videos dissecting different elements of his life.
Do you know anything about Spectres?
This video,
the term
perhaps
Spectre
unreasonably
is derived
so,
from the
will
branch
attempt
of
to tackle
special
it all.
tactics and reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations.
You talk too slow.
In this role,
To
they
the
are
U.S.
granted
population at large,
extraterritorial
November
rights
8,
and
1998 was a normal
Spectres
day.
answer to
For the
no law
20-year-old
or
Alex
authority
Valle,
except the
the
Council
American
itself.
fighting game champion,
What can you tell
it
me
was
about the
anything
Citadel
but.
Council?
For the first time
Originally,
ever,
the Council
the fledgling
consisted of
American fighting game
representatives
scene
from
was going head-to-head
roughly
with the somewhat
1,304
matured
galactic
Japanese
standard
scene
years
that had
ago.
more financial
Turians
backing,
were
Okay.
invited to
production, and
join
the
the
coverage
Council in
and tempering
recognition of
than
the
the
role they
Americans.
played during
The
the
Japanese
Krogan
champion,
Rebellion.
Valle's opposition,
Since
was
then,
a
the three
16-year-old
council
Daigo who had
races
flown
have
out
worked
from
together
Japan
to
to make
ensure the
history. The
peaceful
game, Street
coexistence
Fighter
of the
3 Alpha,
galactic
was the medium.
community, while
This could go
preserving
any way,
individual
though the
autonomy for
Japanese
each
had the
species.
perceived advantage.
Okay, it sounds boring.
That's why Valle's victory in the
Goodbye,
first
and
match
thank you for
intensified the
using Avena.
competition.
Please
As the
enjoy
match
your
rolls
visit to
were
the
best 2
Citadel.
out of 3, Valle had to win one more match to be crowned world champion, and so Valle continued his aggressive strategy and tried to put pressure on Daigo. Daigo, however, began adapting and started finding openings, anticipating Valle's attacks. Adaptation was never as important as it was here in the finals. Both sides were exposed to strategies they had never been exposed to within their local competitive scenes. With the advantage on Daigo's court, he won the second match. At this point, the outcome was hardly predictable, as both sides were solidifying their strategies.
I got no idea what I'm supposed to be doing, so I guess I'll just wander around and figure it out.
Daigo had won and become the world champion of the fighting game community, projecting Japan's strength and their competitors as fierce. It was historical moments such as these that emboldened new players to join the competitive environment.
What am I listening to?
Realistically, the only way one could compete is to join their local arcade scene, if they offered a competitive environment at all. While online play was non-existent, the internet did tend to the community by allowing a quick, cheap, accessible way to promote local or grand-scale events. One of these involved an 18-year-old Phil Burnell. Initially entering the online space with the alias Wo Moses, he adapted other, short-lived nicknames such as Phil.
Alright, that narrows it down slightly, except I don't know what that is.
Throw move in Marvel vs. Capcom competitions that was viewed as unbalanced. Quote, everybody said that my victory was so quote-unquote cheap, and that I had no skill, unquote. Regardless, Phil was performing well in his local gaming scene in Bridgeport, Connecticut. The next natural step was to attend ECC, or East Coast Championships, that hosted various fighting game competitions. Add to that, he said he would attempt to go. Phil had experience attained through many years spent visiting his local arcades, an experience that would otherwise be described
Nope, I already been
as
up
a
there.
focused pastime. The elitist
And in
nature and
there.
other unfavorable qualities that Phil was showing were more accepted
I
in
will
these
go to the
communities
academy
than they
then.
would be in others. And he did have that one thing that made him memorable, his
Or am I in the
aggression.
academy?
Quote, I see it every day in my town. These little fucking wimps who call themselves quote-unquote thugs and pretend they're
Aha.
quote-unquote tough mofos. Well, if I ever get into a fight with one of them, hand to hand, I guarantee you I'll be the one standing afterwards. And if they pull a gun on me, I hope they have pretty good aim, because if they don't hit me with the first shot, I'll have already punctured the windpipe and ended their life, unquote. This was in response to the general aggression Phil
You're saying words that I don't
utilizing his
quite know
defensive
yet.
tactics. While Phil's response teeters from excessive to entirely unrealistic, it does expose the way he viewed himself as a macho, hardened, threatening individual.
Oh,
And that's why he
oh.
chose his new name, Dark Side, which was directly influenced by the song Dark Side from the band Crazy Town. The reason for the Y in his name in place of the I is to avoid readers thinking that his name was anyway attached to the Star Wars universe, as that would be too nerdy. Phil provides other reasons for his demeanor, such as wanting to act as a heel in this developing space. A heel is someone, typically in wrestling, that is an inconsiderate or untrustworthy person, and due to their distasteful nature, the wrestling community actually enjoys matches with them, as getting trounced on is the ultimate satisfying outcome. And so Dark Side, as he was calling himself, was set on practicing and playing the newly released Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Though his palette was diverse, this is what his sights were set on. But there was an unforeseen issue. The game, released in February 2000, meant that it was untested and would not be at the East Coast Championship. Phil's solution was to make a tourney of his own, at Motel 6, with a $5 entry fee. The results are unknown. What is that Phil was ingraining himself in his local community, and that he just graduated high school as the valedictorian. A valedictorian is the highest ranking student
Aha,
in Phil's
there we
graduating
go.
class. The bestowment of such a title opened doors of opportunity. Ivy League colleges were in his purview, but he wasn't in theirs.
Yale rejected me, Harvard rejected me. There were 3 of them. I can't even remember what the third
Damn
one
it.
was, but every Ivy League school that I applied to said, no. When you want to know why they rejected me, it's this simple. Because I'm a white male.
Where there is Phil Burnell, there are bound to be inconsistencies and lies. Here he states that it was because he was not racially diverse enough as a reason for not getting in. Then later
Okay,
flips
so,
the escape.
Just off of that premise, it wasn't my career.
Torians, those, that's these guys. Is that right? Because I gotta learn these terms if you're gonna give me direction based on people's races.
Triggered an immediate rejection from the Ivy League schools. Whatever the case, his future had more potential than most. Throughout it all, he was still going to local tournaments. Here he recounts how the entrance for a local tournament doubled from 16 to 32 in just a year. He won this tournament, and with that, he is losing his potential. To make it big in this flourishing environment, practicing the game would have to encompass his life for nearly the next decade. And to finance the traveling, he took out various credit cards as his job selling yogurt did not provide enough income.
Well, you go to EVO 2K4, the fighting game championship.
700 players from all over the world, Japan, Europe, North America, South America, all over, right?
there's insane competition in the fighting game community, especially from Japan nowadays, and it's like a, you know, who cares about the flash? You can leave the flash there, but make sure the gameplay's solid.
Yeah, that was very rude of you. How do you like when people just run into you?
Those were moments from EVO 2004. EVO, or Evolution Championship Series, was
Jerk.
becoming the end-all be-all for competitions in the fighting game community.
I'd kill you if I
Every year, the
could.
event grew. It grew rife with competition, controversy, diversity, and of course,
Oh,
increased
gotta keep
attendance
going.
at Darkside Phil.
East Coast versus West Coast.
In this particular moment at EVO 2002, the infamous Darkside Phil was selected as a sort of representative of the East Coast theater. Commentary from the people recording demonstrated
Okay.
how welcome he was.
Bill, you are not used
Okay. Then I won't.
As much as Phil promoted his ability, when it came to EVO, the player
pretty
base
easy to
was at
follow
an entirely
directions.
different level than he was used to. Losses here were common.
Why are you
People
holding
did
your
not
tummy
take
like
kindly
that?
to his hostility online,
Are you
where he was
pregnant, or
physically
did you get
threatening his
shot?
I was the guy who always talked shit. I was the guy who always
Alright.
was like, man, don't get in my face at a tournament. I will fuck you up. I will throw you in a trash can. I will, I used to do that.
But in person, that was
Did
a
you?
different story.
Wow.
I mean, online,
You must be real tough.
he would freaking, run his flap, post a lot, respond to everything.
Yeah, probably.
But when you see him at the tournaments, he just sits there. He's not doing nothing.
That was Jaha,
Okay.
one of the more hot-headed players that was not afraid of confrontation.
Damn, that guy's swole.
Against, like, the top Marvel
If that's a really if that was a real picture, then that guy's tough.
Shady K didn't like him too much because he would like run his mouth so much. I mean, he's got big posts that were like a mile long. When
I
DSP
will be right back real quick. So I'm gonna blow this up back into big mode. I'm gonna grab some water.
We caught him outside, and they were getting up in like, DSP's fucking friends' faces too, just to fucking make sure none of them got crazy. But they were all fucking shitting bricks. He just turns fucking white, and it's funny because he just like talks so much shit on the internet. But when you run into him in fucking person, he's just fucking, turns white as a ghost.
DSP was able to diffuse the situation by paying Shady K, Jaha's friend, $10. They arrived to that amount from a money match that was meant to go 10 rounds for a total of $100. But since it was cut short due to time limitations, and DSP only fought and lost a single match, Jaha and his crew were able to swindle those $10 that DSP had no obligation to pay. But even then, it was cheaper than a trip to the hospital. As for the forums, or the medium DSP
there we
will
go.
unleash his threats, Shoryuken.com, or SRK for short, is named after a popular move in Street Fighter. DSP continued to expand his character, adding the tagline, The King of Hate.
And the whole idea behind the King of Hate moniker was everyone hates me because I talk so much shit online, but no one can do anything about it because in person, I could hold up my end of the shit talking and win.
I understand that you got something you want to say about the DSP. Nah, I don't
Very nice looking.
Oh, yeah?
In 2003, Phil's infamy grew to new heights after he was
Hey, I know you by name.
forums. Even the smaller competitions he did win
Give me more
will not
time.
be received with
Stall.
commemoration, but
Stall
ire.
the council.
In addition
Oh,
to the
hold on.
disclosures at his victory
Your
was
investigation
what
is
appears to
over,
be
Garrus.
Phil advertising.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the
Whoops.
officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Come across anything I should know about?
Saren's a Spectre. Most of his activities are classified. I couldn't find anything solid. But I know he's up to something. Like you humans say, I feel it in my gut.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Yeah, we could hope, but, I do have main character powers going for me currently, so I bet it'll be alright.
His website, known as Top Hitter.
DSP may be a bigger liar than John. Really? That's pretty interesting.
TopPlayers.com, a West Coast centered Street Fighter website. Looking further into it, this is not just a response to Top Players, but Phil's lashing out at his infamy. There is much to unpack through the multiple pages of this website. On this page alone, he challenges some of the fighting game culture he himself is guilty of. On the main page, he informs readers that he works at Circuit City. On this thread, he is hating on the mechanics of Guilty Gear, a different fighting game. His words and his culture do not resonate within the fighting game community. Even so, he petitioned for financial support,
Okay,
supposedly
guess I
to
can't
run
go in
the
there.
website, while also complaining about the lack of users. Despite a clear lack of support, Phil went onward with a new project known as Impact. As TopHaters.com was Phil's answers to TopPlayers.com, Impact was Phil's answer to EVO. And even though
Cool
Phil
hood,
continued
Bo.
to attend, he sought to make his own large-scale event.
There was supposed to be an R in that
It's
word.
obvious that Impact is
Cool
going
hood,
to compete
bro.
heavily with EVO, unquote. On the threads created by Phil to promote Impact that included fundraising, brainstorming ideas, and other items meant to trigger discussion, on average would have at most a single other response. That
Hi.
is also the only respondent to the majority of Phil's posts.
What are you looking at?
Even threads discussing how much Phil sucked garnered more attention on his website than Impact. TopHaters.com was a failed project. DSP now espoused to this negativity.
Are you
and will not
sleeping?
use his character to his benefit. Instead,
Alright,
he used it
I'll
to
just leave you
attack
alone.
beloved franchises like Counter-Strike and Warcraft.
DSP constantly
Even
lies
that
and
was
he
only
knows
a
it.
distraction from his assaults
Okay,
at
that's
fighting
fair.
game culture. Here, he lambasted what was known in the fighting game community as combo videos. In the early days of the fighting game community, CDs were exchanged in person. These carried videos of various combos or tactics one could utilize, yet the existence of them were also controversial as groups could gatekeep the data. Now with the internet
Wow.
at play and data shared at a faster pace, tactics and their discovery were virtually immediately adapted and the meta was becoming solidified. Even still, the combo video situation is more complex than just defining metas, as DSP points out. Quote, in some cases, the combo videos are single character only or console only. Unquote.
Yeah, racism.
The last bit is of utter importance. Now mid-2004, arcades have long been losing their purpose to the increasingly popular home video game console, and a switch of competitions prioritizing consoles could increase accessibility for players and allow for significantly cheaper and easier to manage components as consoles and their elements could be set up and altered with ease. This transition was controversial only for those brought up in arcade culture and those in competitive gaming communities. When a game, like Street Fighter,
No
for example,
murdering
is
allowed.
ported from the superior hardware of an arcade cabinet to the limited or vastly different.
Alright, I
video
guess I
game
can't do
console,
anything here, really.
color, resolution, and most importantly, mechanics could differ based on the port. And though the technology and quality control had improved, it was still not good enough. It was a jump that would eventually have to be made, but perhaps it was too soon.
Evolution console? This is my worst nightmare, dude. I'm an arcade player. I hear you. You know what I'm saying?
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
Man, I'm a liar. Don't worry. Ignore me.
The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just
Yeah.
let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard.
Why do you have cyborg parts growing out of you? What, do you got like pipes and wires installed in your body? Do you want to explain that part? Or am I being racist now?
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read
Ah.
the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Huh. Well, that's
Saren
nice.
despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
Wow.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's
Why is everybody
admission into
screaming?
the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
Alright, well.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
Well, if these are my only options, then I guess no, I don't.
Made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth.
Oh, except for his, like, robot
Petition to have him
parts.
disbarred from the Spectres is
Yeah.
denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
Alright, well, that's pretty
Meeting
cool.
is adjourned.
Do I not have, like, body cam footage? We're like, in the super future, but I don't have, like, a combat recording?
You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know, sir.
Shut the fuck up.
He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race.
Oh,
Every
alright,
colony
turbo
we have is
racism.
Every
Yeah!
control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Alright, how do
Tell
you
me
know
about
this guy?
history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
Whatever, dude.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
Anderson's a real one.
CSEC who can help us
Eh,
track
I guess
Garrus
so.
down. His name is Harkin.
I like that my camera cuts off his
They
eyes
suspended
in
Harkin
that
last
shot.
month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that, Lizzie.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need
Alright.
to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's
enough.
Probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the ward.
I thought you said he was a drunken loser.
Couldn't
Yeah,
hurt to
he
go
can
talk
be.
to him. Just be careful. I wouldn't call him reliable.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time.
Damn you, government!
The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago.
Oh, now we can talk about it because he left. We're in the same spot.
With Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Well, how many civilians are gonna die if the war keeps going on? Because if you have to kill 1,000 civilians to save 10 million civilians, is that worth it? Like, I mean, you know, it's like a moral question. Whatever. I get your point.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since.
Racism. Woohoo! Running theme.
Accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Don't really have anything else to ask about.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The
Okay.
Shadow Broker?
An information
Psycho Mantis
buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
Okay, bye.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Okay, bye.
I mean, if this is the future, we're gonna have to. It's evolving, so we're gonna have to adapt. Personally, I don't like it, but you know, no choice.
That was Alex Valle at EVO 2004, sharing what was the popular opinion among the top fighting game players.
Oh, doesn't
And
do
to
anything?
the displeasure of many, their worst nightmare would manifest in ways they could hardly
I
predict.
get pranked, idiots.
EVO 2005 would live in infamy for its decision to use the PlayStation port of Street Fighter II Turbo and the outcome of the matches. Both would receive protest in one way or another.
In 2005, I think it was, the three of you were absent from ST 8. What happened that year? When you play Bison and you hit a Fierce Flame and it only goes like 20% of the screen, you got a problem with the game. And you got some idiot named DSP who's a total piece of shit, by the way. I like to get that on YouTube. But this guy thought he was hot shit because he beat me and Choi in a game that was like, it's like fucking Neo Geo conversion of Street Fighter, some crap.
First of all, I have to bring this up. Alex Valle did not enter this tournament. He claimed he was busy and he couldn't show up. Bullshit. He was like, oh, I'm protesting EVO because they're not holding Arcade Super Turbo. I don't want to enter or whatever, right? Yet he was still there, but he didn't enter. He did not enter.
Still can't get into any of these places.
Now, people who I played and beat that day in the Super Turbo for the PS1, that you might be like, what the fuck? Jason Wilson, Mike Watson. Pretty sure I played John Choi and I beat him too.
DSP
You
at
beat
EVO
him?
2005
Wow.
surged in the ranks for Street Fighter II Turbo, a feat
Hi.
that was achieved through a superior knowledge of the game.
During that period of time, I learned some major differences about the game, including the
Hey,
fact that some
how's it
characters
going?
were different sizes. They weren't as tall or short as they were supposed to be, and they had different hitboxes. I found out certain characters did different stun amounts than they did in Arcade Super Turbo. I found out that one of my characters, Vega, was incredibly easy to do these complex
What's up?
combos with, which actually was harder to do in the arcade version of the game.
The beauty of Phil's achievement, and now beating all of his American opponents in EVO 2005, is that he totes his knowledge as a fair advantage. But when he goes up against Japanese players who also dedicated themselves to the port without protest, he changes his tone.
So now I was in the
tell me
position,
what you're doing.
boom,
I'm not here to get
if I
you
win
into
like
trouble.
1 to 2 more matches, I could win the
All right.
whole event.
I guess it
And then
wouldn't
my
hurt to
final
tell you.
match in the tournament was
I'm
against
using a small scanner
Tokido,
to gather readings
who
on the
picked
creepers.
a mirror.
So far,
We
I
did
don't
a
have
mirror
results.
match of Vega,
Find it difficult
and
to
he
get
knew
near
a
the
few
creatures.
things about Vega that I didn't about the mirror match, and just because he knew those few things, he got the jump on me, and I remember distinctly making 1 to 2 major blunders that people were like, why did he do that? I don't know. You know, I was on the stage, I was playing in front of 1,000 or 2 people, and I was, you know, I fucked up, I admit. He beat me. And so what ended up happening, I got 4th place. The top 3 places were all Japanese players.
This guy's voice.
DSP had ranked 4 at EVO 2005 for
Why are you
Street
being
Fighter
so
II Turbo,
secretive about
and
it,
used
though?
these statistics to
Well,
state that he was the
technically, we're not
top
supposed to
American
disturb
player.
the keepers.
The more he would
I
promote
don't
this,
really
the
think
more
my
he'll be
scanning
scrutinized for the
disturbs
details
them,
around
but
his
the authorities
victory.
might disagree.
What's more, the
I'd like to
details
do it
about
more
his life
openly,
outside
but
the
it's
fighting
not
game
really worth getting
community
arrested
were less
over.
savory.
I had to
I
leave
get
Cool,
that
I'll do
one
it.
job,
I'm
and as
not
I
worried
told
about
you,
the
to go to EVO
authorities.
2005,
I
I
don't
had
even know
racked up
who
my
you
credit
are.
card bills like scum.
Alright, bye then.
I
I
owed
want my
a ton
help,
of
just
credit
forget
card
it.
debt.
With
Oh,
more
fine.
debt accrued, Phil moved
All right.
back in with his parents and was working
Oh,
a job.
that
at
was
Best
easy
Buy.
enough.
Here, he was living off the high of his new title. Perhaps unrecognized and unvaluable to the population at large, that was not the case for his local competitive environment that were in awe of Phil's achievement.
One day, my friend Tony, who mostly we were known for playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Capcom vs. SNK 2 together, said, hey, I got a couple buddies who actually like Super Turbo, and obviously that's the game you're really good at. You want to go play with them?
Is this
And
just
the
fast
first time I
travel?
ever met John Rambo. So this is probably between like 2005, 2006, I would guess. When I first met him, I felt like it was almost like a deer in headlights moment, like, oh my god, this is a guy who just came back from EVO and placed.
John Rambo, coincidentally sharing the name of the action movie character, was becoming DSP's best friend. They shared an expansive list of friends as DSP continued to be revered in his local competitive environment. He was even allowed back on SRK and was helping run regional competitions. As now patterned, his investments into the fighting game community continued to hurt his finances. He was even fired from his job at Best Buy for using an employee discount to purchase equipment that would be used at East Coast Championships 2006. Now on unemployment, DSP's financial decisions became ever more reckless.
For 2006 and 2007, I started traveling the country, playing in all what was considered qualifying tournaments for EVO, which was the big national finale. Think like there's qualifying games in any sport, and then there's the big finals, right? As I started attending all these qualifier tournaments, I was winning them.
This is true, and this is footage of his victory at EVO East 2006.
Cool little elevator conversations, I guess.
As neat as these victories were, traveling across the country when he already secured a high position in EVO meant that he was effectively wasting his money, as having more than one seat was pointless.
Wow, Phil is now seeded to be in the finals at EVO like 7 times. We need to actually take people who he beat and put them into the spots, because we can't have a whole bracket that's just Phil playing.
These victories inflated his ego beyond.
He sounds like he's constantly chewing gum.
Phil.
First of all, you are fucking hypocrite. You have no problem. You have no problem talking about my shit. Gonna whoop your fucking ass. Oh, really? You gonna whoop my fucking ass? Oh, I want to see that shit.
DSP continued to seek out physical altercation, and in most cases, it led to nothing. Other times, he miscalculated and threatened someone who could reciprocate threats, reinforced by real experience. Viscount, a veteran of the fighting game community, was lambasted by DSP.
Hi, what's going on?
Quote, so first Phil was like,
do you desire to learn of the
Enkindlers?
Enkindlers?
Because if I kill you,
or has
I
the
will not be
Honorable
responsible.
CSEC officer
And I was like,
enlisted
whatever.
assistance?
Then there was an actual serious negotiation over who the ref was going to be. And I think we settled on
the
Walter
words this
from
unworthy
Connecticut,
one
but I
speaks
don't
are
remember
merely
this part either.
observations of the
Then
truth.
there was an honest-to-God negotiation of
The
the weight,
CSEC
and that
officer
we were
requests
going to
that
have
this
to
one
weigh
purchase
in
an
and everything.
evangelical permit
Again,
to
I'm
spread
not
the
making
truth
any of
the
this up.
Enkindlers.
As dumb as this sounds, this absolutely happened. So one day, Phil IMs me on AIM and tries to back
Who
out.
are the
He was like,
Enkindlers?
hey, so how about this?
Your people know
How
them as
about
the
we
Proteans.
pretend like we're going to
They are
fight,
the
and
true
then when a whole
creators of
crowd
this
is
one's
around us,
people.
we both do DX crotch chops to
The
the crowd.
Enkindlers
That'd
raised
be
the
such a
Hanar
goof.
from ignorance
This
into
really
consciousness,
happened, and I'm just
by
like, are
granting
you
this one's
fucking kidding
people
me?
the gift
I
of
honestly
speech.
couldn't believe he was pulling this, and I was still mad about the whole thing, and actually
So
wanted to
you're
fight him.
Hanar.
From that point on, there never really was any
And you
problem
talk
between
about
him
the
and I,
Enkindlers.
unquote. When it came to real fights,
Cool.
backing out was typical of Phil. But when it came to Street Fighter, he was more confident than he'd ever been.
That's all the CSEC officer wants. When I just buy the
hate.
The truth of the Enkindlers is universal. This one humbly believes that the truth should not be suppressed.
Anyhow, Phil.
Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation of this one's religious freedom.
John Choi, I'm talking about Alex Valle.
Playing
ST, okay, they're good, but
yeah, but that doesn't mean this place has religious freedom.
it's on console, it's ridiculous.
You still have to abide by the place that you're in.
You heard it from DSP. Straight from DSP. DSP, thank you. Check out the
So you're
search.
breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now.
Could Phil really back up these claims?
The CSEC
Or on the other
officer
side,
states that
could
preaching in
Valle
this
beat
place
Phil?
is forbidden,
Alex Valle,
and
this
preaching
guy right
anywhere
here,
on the
living
Citadel
legend,
requires a
Street
permit.
Fighter scene. First and foremost, you know
This
I
one
gotta
humbly submits that it is
The
not
SCB
preaching to state the
with
truth of the
DSP.
Enkindlers,
I
and
don't even
thus
consider
no
it a beef.
permit
It's
should
like
be
another
necessary.
scrub another day.
As chance would have it, he actually did compete at EVO 2006.
But didn't you just say religion?
Phil versus
You're
Alex
confusing me
Valle.
here.
I'm like, oh great. It was a decent match. I lost.
Let me talk to
And I
the
was like,
CSEC
motherfucker,
officer.
you know, all this
Perhaps I can
practice,
explain the
I waited
situation.
all day, basically mind fucked.
Alright, sure.
Play my match. I finally play Alex Valle, and I
Please
lose.
let this one know
Phil,
its success.
now in the loser's bracket, still had a chance to redeem himself. And after working his way through the loser's bracket, he had his final match of the day.
refuses to
My
listen
final
to reason.
match is against
Why can't it
guess
act
who?
in an orderly and lawful
Tokita.
manner?
Now this is the guy who beat me in 2005 on stage mirror match with Vega.
Are there laws being
The
broken here?
results of Tokido and DSP's first two matches played out exactly like they did in Evo 2005. Both players won a single match, and it came down to the last match where the results were also mirrored.
And he won. He knocked
So
me
if the
down,
Hanar gets a
and I
permit,
fucking
it's allowed to
lost.
preach?
I was like,
No.
I wanted to rip
Registered
my fucking shirt
evangelicals
off,
must
like,
follow
fuck
regulations.
this
There are
shit.
specific areas where preaching
DSP
is
did
legal.
not even
Failure
place
to
in the
follow
top 8.
regulations
He was now the
results in
former
the
top
forfeiture of the
American
license.
player, but if anything, he was still persistent. In
What's the
2007,
purpose
he
behind the
went at it
evangelical
again,
permits?
also winning Evo
Forcing
East.
religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a
Even though,
battleground
with
for
his
a religious
victory,
war.
DSP qualified to be seated higher at EVO, he still attended EVO West, which was held at Comic-Con.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
There was an Evo West in San Diego.
So I just need to get the guy a permit?
DSP
Has the
fucking
CSEC
talking shit
officer
about
been
Mike
assuaged?
Watson, and that's my road dog. When we fucking ran him down in Evo West,
no.
I'll keep
you know,
working
we
on
didn't
it.
even fucking wait to get outside.
This one will
Watson just
continue
fucking
to
went
spread
up
its
to him
message.
Any
in the
progress with
fucking-
that
in the
Hanar?
arcade hall, and just told him, dude, why the fuck you talking shit? This is not.
So you just want him to leave?
Basis, like, just kept on like cowering away, looking away, and just being fucking quiet. This
I
and
think you
that,
should let
and
the Hanar preach
just
in the
fucking
Presidium.
scared shitless, and we're fucking
The
following him
Presidium is
around,
a
dude,
place
like,
of
what the fuck's
culture
your
and
problem?
respect.
And,
It should not be
you know,
filled with
Watson's
zealots shouting their
he's a
idiocy.
forgiving guy, so he just
Why
fucking
should the jellies get
got to the
special
point
treatment?
where
Every other
made
species
him
understands and obeys the
apologize.
laws.
I said, you got to do what you got to do. If
Why
you
can't
feel
I
like
say
it would
these
make you
two?
Feel better to hit me, then go ahead. I guess I deserve it. And he's like, well, I don't understand then. Why did you say those
Why can't they
things?
click
and
that?
I was like, dude, I'm an alcoholic. I
If
admitted
I
it to him
purchased
right
the
there. I was like, I'm an
evangelical permit
alcoholic.
myself,
I drink
would that take
too
care
much
of
all the
things?
time.
As long
And
as
I
it
just
stays in
control
approved
myself when I
areas
do
once it has the permit,
And you know, at that point, I actually
that would
started
solve the
crying
issue for me.
because I felt so bad
Ugh.
about everything that I had done and how stupid I was as a person.
I'll be back.
Rumor of what took place at
I
this
don't care
event
what you
would
have to
spread
do.
within
Just
the fighting
get rid of
game
that Hanar.
community.
Do you guys remember
It's not
the
my
whole
job.
thing with
Any
DSP
progress with that
and like,
Hanar?
like with the West Coast people, where they almost like he was like really scared because he was about to get beat up. I heard he was like crying and everything.
Sorry,
so that was
I'll let
pretty,
you know if I come up with something.
I don't
pretty
care what the
funny.
something is, as long as
Has the
DSP
CSEC
had
officer been
fulfilled his role
assuaged?
as a heel by losing to players who were far more popular than he was. He again, for Evo Actual, did not
keep
even
working on it.
place in the
Well,
top
I don't
8.
want to say something and
Even if
fuck
he
up
won
shit,
such
but,
events, the
you
prize
know, I
money
guess
would
I'll
do
just save
little
scum
to
then.
counter the
This
credit card debt
one
that he
will
had
continue
accrued.
to spread his
His new
message.
job was not doing
Yeah,
much
yeah,
to
I'm
help
fine
him
with that.
either.
Then I ended up
Has
finally
the
getting a
CSEC
job
officer been
after the
assuaged?
Best Buy debacle at
The
a place
CSEC
called
officer is
Helicopter
just doing his
Support
job.
Incorporated. This
You're
was
causing
in
trouble.
also in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
This
Actually, I
one
take
is
that
too
back.
humble to
Helicopter
suggest
Support
that the
was just over
CSEC
troubled
officer
line.
is personally
This is a
biased.
strange leap from working at Best Buy to working
This
as
one
a
only
medium in
wishes to spread the
helicopter
truth to
selection.
any who will
His
listen.
degree that he had
There is no
recently gotten
intent to
was
cause
supposedly
trouble.
in business. So DSP's work experience,
Why can't I
nor
say
his
these?
educational background was related to his current position. The only thing that
What
was
if I
his
purchased
father
the
who had been
evangelical
working at the
permit for
company, and it is understood that
Finances
DSP
are
secured
only a
his
partial
position due to
limitation.
nepotism.
This
There
one does
was
not
an
believe.
additional development that
However,
DSP would
this
lock
one
into.
also does
He was
not
now
possess
starting
the
a perilous
150
path,
credits
one that
necessary to
machinations
purchase
would
the
be far
permit.
more complex than he could ever predict or even
So you
understand.
didn't.
Yet he stood directly in the center to witness it all.
So, you know, you could have just said that.
Chinese restaurant.
You
and I
just
swear to you,
broke.
The first fortune that I got, well, the most fortune I got that they said,
150 credits.
financial
This should
hardship
cover
in
you.
your life is coming to
Here.
an end.
This is a most appreciated action. You are not at the Hanar, but this one will not cause any further trouble for the CSEC
2 days
officer.
actually off of
This
work
one
just to
offers
play
its
Batman Arkham
Now
Asylum
you're just
because I knew it
gone.
was going to be great, and you know what? I don't regret it at all.
Alright.
You know,
Yeah, why
Happy
not?
to help.
The Dark
Here,
Side Phil
for your
YouTube
assistance in
channel
this
was
matter.
created on March
If you'll
3rd,
excuse me, I should
2007,
report to my
but was not
superiors.
utilized until 2008.
What'd I get?
Phil began by recording some of the fighting
12
games
XP?
he would enter. The earliest available video
Alright.
is Midwest Moment 4, Day 1 setup. The next one is Moment 7, then 13, then 19. Though all these videos range from 13 seconds to 2 minutes and 16 seconds, the jumping of the numerical order means that several videos were deleted and various pre-existing videos are lost. This was not the only event he recorded in 2008, and alongside those videos, DSP began recording gameplay of various genres. The quality as such reflected the best his equipment would allow, as he positioned his camera initially on the floor and pointed it towards his television. DSP recorded Star Wars The Force Unleashed,
At least I got all this fucking high-definition gear detail.
Castle Crashers,
It's a bunch of fucking horseshit, to be honest.
and Mercenaries 2.
Another before rip-off mission.
While the genres varied, the style of recording, the commentary, and the titling, in that he proclaimed the game sucked, provided some theming in a space that lacked cohesion. YouTube, as it was looked at as a video repository, a place to consume viral videos. Series and the like were virtually non-existent.
One of the Earth
There was
Clan.
no meta for video.
A very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepard.
Meh.
The tale of how you survived the great tragedy on Akuz is truly remarkable. I am amazed each time I hear it.
That's cool. Could I hear it? Because, I haven't.
You've got
For
me
you?
at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla Vaughn. My job makes it necessary for me to keep
Oh, I actually
informed.
did know that already.
I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
Cool.
I heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepard. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker, and I do know something about Saren.
Cool, cool, cool.
I hear your information can be expensive.
Normally, this information would cost a small fortune, but these are exceptional circumstances, so I am going to give it to you for free.
What's the catch?
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Saren right now. They used to do a lot of business until Saren turned on him.
Saren's turned on a lot of people lately.
I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it.
I don't know what a
mercenary.
Krogan is.
That's not much to go on.
I just told you that the most famous Spectre in the galaxy betrayed the Shadow Broker. Quite a bargain, considering the price. Speak with the Krogan if you want to learn more. I heard he was paying a visit to Citadel security. If you hurry, you might catch him before he leaves the Academy.
Okay.
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with C-Sec?
Very. However, I doubt
Well,
the visit was
I'm about to
entirely
hop
his
off
choice.
here probably after this
You'll need to
conversation.
speak with him if you want
I'm pretty
to know more.
tired. Just gonna sleep, hop back on in the morning before work.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
Most people think I deal in finances, but my real currency is knowledge. I trade information, and it has made me very wealthy. But the Shadow Broker is the true master. Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments, always giving them to the highest bidder. Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
Well, of course, he's not gonna ask that.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single, strong community.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
Wow. We're so cool.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find down in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Tell me more about your job.
No.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Sounds pretty shady.
Well, duh.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed. For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
Okay. I'm sure you can.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Well, nice to meet you, I guess. Okie dokie. How come this doesn't capture? It's supposed to. Let's see. Weird. Yeah, see, it's supposed to capture this, and now it does. It wasn't before. And then when I close that, there, see? Then we're back to the desktop. Alright, cool. This is a pretty good video. I will definitely have to come back to it. I want to thank everyone for joining. Mondays, Rochi. I really appreciate it. Spurg Snake was here before he hopped off bed, so I am going to do the same now. Thanks, everyone. I hope you have a good rest of your night.